I'm Mr. P. Ramnarayan, and we'll walk you through the particular course, what happens over the 2 years now in Year 12 and Year 13 in computer science. Basically, the course is designed as a linear module. It's no more an AS and an A2 course, and as such, students will only sit one examination in at the end of Year 13. There are basically two papers involved, and I will talk more about that later on. Why the field of computer science? Computer science is the study of theory, design, implementation, and performance of computer software and computer systems, including the study of computability and computation itself. Computer engineering, on the other hand, is concerned with the design of the computer hardware and of computer-based devices. Now, you might be asking yourself, what is the particular difference between the two? Computer science basically is looking at an overview with the computer hardware and the system software. And we look at it in much detail, the theory of all these particular applications and looking at the ins and outs of the hardware, how it works, basically in theory. If you are wondering that we are going to be breaking up computers and reassembling them, that's a fallacy because we don't do that at A level in computer science. That is a more directed approach in colleges and universities if you opt to do certain particular strains of computer science. Uh, the computer engineering side of it is then looking at the particular in and outs of the working of their hardware and how that develops further. With that particular aspect is solved, we are also looking at it very theoretically. But however, this overall fundamental conceptualization and learning develops the mindset into thinking in terms of your particular future careers and where you want to see yourself headed for the future after university, college, or an apprenticeship program. Students are always asking what are the top jobs after we gain a computer science degree. Some of it is basically from research that I've conducted, full stack web developer, being a mobile application developer, a software engineer, a systems architect, a machine learning engineer, and a data engineer, to name but a few. There are a host of other particular jobs as well. Which IT jobs pay the most? A common question. Here's a look at some of the highest paying IT jobs according to Robert Half Technologies 2021 salary guide. A data security analyst, a data scientist, a network or cloud architect, a network or cloud engineer, a senior web developer, a site reliability engineer, a systems engineer, and a software engineer. Looking at computer science in a glance, we can see that there are many particular avenues for your child to flourish and abound with, depending on their particular like and the particular strengths after they do the course at A level. So we're looking at computer engineering, computer science itself, software engineering, computer programming, web development, professional, a software developer, a computer networker, an embedded system engineer, looking at robotics, computing, electronic engineering, digital signal processing, and other things like electrical engineering, artificial intelligence, and as well as mechanical engineering, with looking at the computer itself as well. And all these fields then lends itself to other particular fragmented job portfolios that the open job market offers. So, what is computer science and what does it involve basically? It's basically a science-based subject with a focus on the inner workings of the computer system. We're looking at programming and logic skills, including coding languages. That is basically what we call the computational aspect of computer science. And then we look at the systems design and development, which is the engineering aspect of computer science. And overall looking at problem solving and logic operations. The course, as I mentioned before, it's a 2-year course done in year 12 and year 13, but it's a linear qualification. There's no more an examination at the end of year 12, but there's only one examination at the end of year 13. The school offers the particular course to the OCR examination board, and we have both the particular papers written in year 13, as I've originally told, and it counts 80% towards the particular linear qualification. The other 20% comes from doing a programming project, which will be started in year 12 but completed in year 13. What are the lessons like in computer science? So basically, we look at a fragment of particular details that we go through in computer science, and looking at programming work, we look at computational thinking, which is going with alongside programming. We do a lot of research and discussions to do with basic applications, looking at the different theoretical topics, a vast number of theoretical topics. We're looking at overall in terms of the particular A-level textbook, 33 chapters to go through, discovering all aspects of computational thinking and engineering as well. So lessons, therefore, are twofold. They look at the theory and they look at the programming aspects. And no one particular lesson can devolve without the other, because both play a hand in understanding of the whole concept of computer science. What does the course look like? So when we're looking at computer systems, which accounts 40%, which is paper 1, at the end of year 13, we're looking at the characteristics of contemporary processes, input, output, and storage devices. We're looking at software and software development. We're looking at exchanging data, data types, data structures, and algorithms, as well as the legal, moral, cultural, and ethical issues, all covered within that paper. For paper 2, which covers algorithms and programming, again, it counts the further 40%. We look at elements of computational thinking, problem solving, and programming, and algorithms to solve problems, and standard algorithms as well. And then the programming project, which was obviously done by the student and internally assessed and then externally moderated, which counts 20%, and overall we get a particular grade at the end of year 13. So what does the assessment details look like? Basically, you have a coding assignment, which I've already stated, which counts 20% towards your final grade. There are coding examination questions, short answer questions, definitions, algorithm questions, and logic problems as well. And everything that is to do with programming is mainly in paper 2. Every other aspect is then tested in the paper 1. Internally, we write a number of short tests, short burst tests within class. We also have the mock examinations, and all these prepare your child well for the particular attainment of a good grade, depending on their potential and how they work in the final examinations. What goes well with computer science? Basically mathematics, because there's some overlap in areas of mathematics which can be applied to computer science. It also has an overlap with physics, because similar applications of logic in some physics modules, the applications of mathematics in physics is similar to the way it is applied to some concepts in computer science. And obviously language, because being able to code in a programming language is a skill in itself, but team that with the ability to speak another language, you take your career potential obviously to the next level. So future careers, where do you see yourself? These are some of it that I've highlighted here, but obviously there's more. And you can do your individual research, become a programmer, become a games developer, a web developer, a software hardware tester, an IT project manager, a systems design and development professional, or a business integrator. All these are but a few that I can name. Do I need a GCC in computer science? Obviously, it is fundamental to have the foundation which is maps out what your particular future is going to be, gives you those particular skill set that is needed to do computer science at A level. But that is not an outright sort of, yes, you need computer science. Uh, you have to have the ability and the acumen for it. And at A level, especially, you need to be dedicated and hardworking. So if you show an active interest in the subject and you're willing to learn new skills, you have an open mind, and you're prepared to put in that 90% of hard effort and work on your own, then you can do the course without doing the GCSE in computer science is my short answer. So with that, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for showing your interest in this particular course. And obviously, if you do have any further questions, then you can email me, p.ramnarayan@hemelschool.com, and I will try to answer any particular clarifications that you need. It has been a pleasure to talk to you, and I hope that I have swayed you in some way, if not at all, to take up this particular course, because the UK is in definite need for programming specialists and other aspect professionals in this particular area of computer science. I thank you.